everybody, Jen LeBlanc here, and today we're doing exercises to strengthen our body for spring cleaning. So let's get warmed up. Take some deep breaths in, really stretch those arms up. Deep breaths of nice clean air as we get started. Stretch to one side, but you'll notice I'm not stretching too far over. I'm keeping vertical to a degree. Now we're going to push the heel on one leg back as we extend the arms and then stretch the other side. You should feel this in your calves. Roll the shoulders back. We're going to reach to the ceiling, really stretch it out, bending those knees as we go from side to side, putting a little energy in it, warming our shoulders up and our legs. Reach to the front now, and again, same thing, really put some energy into it. This is getting our heart rate going, feeling it in the shoulders and in the lower back, and then bend the knees a little further as we reach down to the floor. Good work. And we're going to extend the arms as we tap the toe to the back. Keep the tummy tight. This is a nice tummy stretch and lower back stretch. Really good for the shoulders, getting the shoulders moving. They say motion is lotion, so we're getting everything ready to be used in our exercises. Now we're going to be doing our jacks. If your arms going over your head isn't good for you, just keep them going up to the chest. But if you can, try and get them over your head. You can add a little bounce to the legs if you like. This is a walking jack instead of a jumping jack. Good. Now we're going to be bringing our arms to the front, just like I was showing earlier. Really try and get those arms back as far as you can. That's why I turn to the side. You can see I'm trying to get that stretch in the shoulders and in the chest. Keep tapping that toe. Let's bring it to a march. So the goal of a warm-up is to use the muscles we're going to be using in our workout. So we want to have a vigorous march, bringing those knees up now, feeling it in the abs. You're keeping your tummy tight as you bring those knees up as high as you can. Keeping your back straight. You notice I'm not arching my back. We're going to widen those legs out to the side, opening up the hips. Your heart rate should be going now. Good. And then we're going to kick our bottoms and bring those shoulders back again. So you're feeling the stretch in your shoulders and in your back as well as in that chest. And you'll feel the stretch in the top part of your legs in the front. Those are the quad muscles that hold your knee in place. Roll the shoulders back. Keep your feet in a small march, even as we're rolling those shoulders with those elbows out. Now, if you've had a shoulder replacement, you won't be able to extend your arm all the way, but keep your elbows bent even as you try to get full range of motion here. Let's go the other direction. Nice work. Keeping the tummy tight to protect that lower back. Let's do a little bit of a squat, not too deep of a squat as we do our breaststroke stretches. This is a good warm up for our legs because we are going to be doing some squats in a few minutes. Good work. Roll the shoulders back. Small little circles. This is great for warming up the triceps and the small rotator cuff muscles in the shoulder, and go in both directions, forward and back. Now we're going to rotate or bend side to side. For those of you with osteo, please don't go all the way to the side. You can have your arms crossed and go side to side, but that's as far as you can go. Otherwise, I'd like you to bring your arms to the front and just put them on an angle. Okay? But for those of you that can bend side to side, by all means go ahead. Stretch out those lat muscles. You know your body best and you know what you are able to do and what you're allowed to do. So please do watch that. Okay, so now what we're going to do is do our arms out, and as we bring our arms out, we're going to rotate from side to side. And those with osteo, please do not do this. You're just going to keep your arms going in and out. And for those that are doing the rotation, keep the tummy tight to protect the lower back. Nice job. Back to our march. We're going to take a deep breath in and exhale. Deep breath and exhale. One more time. Deep breath and exhale. Great job. Okay, so we're going to be using our weights, or in this case cans, and we're going to be doing a lunge to pick items up off the floor. That's the first thing we have to do when we're spring cleaning. Now you'll notice I'm doing a deep lunge here, but I'm keeping my back very straight, and you can use that chair for support if you need to, and just use one weight in your hand. That's just fine. You'll notice I'm going very deep. You want to feel this in the back, in the front of the back leg, in the quad muscle. You want to bend both knees and keeping them at 90 degrees. You can see here as I go to the side, I'm keeping the back straight as I lean forward to pick up the item. I'm not arching my back. Now, if you're feeling that the lunging is a little difficult for you, I ask that you refer to my previous video, Intermediate Legs, which will give you better instruction as to how to do a lunge. Next, we're going to be bending into a squat, so our feet are about hip distance apart, and we're pushing that bottom back. We're bending down to pick up our laundry basket. So you're bending with the bottom back, keeping the knees at 90 degrees, and you're bringing that laundry basket up toward you. Push your bottom back, you're feeling it in your heels and in your bottom, and you're bringing that laundry basket close to you and then lifting. Again, I'm keeping my back very straight. I'm not arching my back to pick it up. You're using those legs to carry the weight. Push your bottom back. Good. Keeping the knees at 90 degrees. My feet are actually hip distance apart. Good. Now we're going to carry that laundry basket up the stairs. So the laundry basket is close to our ribs, close to our abdomen. As we lift those knees up nice and high, going up the stairs, imagine. Okay, I'm not arching my back. The laundry basket is close to me to protect my spine, and we're going up the stairs. Now, to strengthen those legs, we're going to add some weight to those legs. So we're going to put our weights on our thighs, just holding onto them with an open palm and lifting those legs. This makes our legs more efficient by adding weights to them. And so when we do our activities of daily living without weights, it's a lot easier for our muscles to do the work. Excellent job. Good work. Now we're going to open up the windows. So use that arm to crank the windows open, 10 circles in one direction with the weight, keeping the tummy tight to protect the lower back, and then the other arm as well. Cranking those windows open, letting the sunshine in, fresh air, and then we're going to use the other arm again, but in the opposite direction than we used the first time. So you have to remember which direction you were going in, and then the other arm as well, going the opposite direction than the first time. Great stuff. So now we're going to make the motion of washing the windows. So you're going to go side to side. You need a little bit of room here. And we're going to go side together, side, side together, side, with big arm motions as if you're washing those windows. Big arm circles, keeping the elbows bent. Big side movements. Keeping the knees bent so you're in a quarter to a half squat. Pushing the bottom back. Lots to think about as we do our exercise here. Now we're going the other direction with those arms because we use different muscles. So we're going to go in toward the center this time. Wax on, wax off, as they say. Good work, side to side, and getting that heart rate up a little bit. Nice job. Now here we're going to bring our weight over to one leg and bend that knee, and I'm sorry you can't really see the whole exercise here. One leg is straight and the knee that is moving is bending as you stretch the arms out. Here we're opening up the doors, opening up those sliding doors, letting the nice fresh air in, putting the weight on the side leg with the bent knee, and you want to feel this in the inner thighs. Really stretching everything out. Exhaling as you do the work, so when you go out to the side, that's when you exhale. Okay, now we're going to be doing some dusting. So we need to reach up high, but in order to reach up to that top shelf, we gotta go up on our tippy toes. So we're gonna extend and stretch out the leg. Actually, I made a mistake here, so it's gonna be one arm in the opposite leg and then going up on the tippy toe of the leg that's on the ground. Really stretch. You're gonna feel this in your lower back and in your bottom. Stretch it up, and you feel this in your abdomen as well. So you're keeping your tummy tight to protect the lower back. Really reach it high. Good work. Nice job. Now, this is a total body exercise. You're using both legs, you're using your arms, and really it is an activity of daily living, because how many times do we have to reach up and grab something off a shelf or dust on the top shelf? So this is really strengthening those muscles that we use. Exhale as you do the work. So as you're stretching out, you're exhaling. Inhale as you bring it back down. Good. Nice job. A couple more here. Good. Now we've done our dusting, so we need to do our vacuuming. Again, this is going to be a lunge. I'm keeping my back straight, a nice long stride, and the weight is the vacuum handle. Okay, so we're pressing it forward and bringing it back in. Press it forward and bring that elbow past the rib cage. Exhale as you go down, inhale as you come up. Exhale and inhale. My knees are at 90 degrees again. I'm feeling it in the top of the back leg. And I'm not bending forward. I'm not leaning at all. This is how you should be vacuuming. If you need your vacuum to go somewhere, you follow your vacuum. You don't lean forward. We want to protect that spine, especially for people who have bone loss or osteo. So you're bending those knees, letting those strong leg muscles do the work. And as we press that weight forward and then bring the arm back past the rib cage. The back is straight. The back doesn't do anything here except support our head. Good work. Keep the tummy tight. Exhale as you go down and inhale as you come up. Keeping those knees at 90 degrees. Excellent job. Good work. Now here we're going to do some mopping. I'm going to use both our cans and pretend that this is the handle of our mop. So we're going to have our legs nice and wide, nice long stride between the two legs, and pushing our bottom back a little bit so that we're putting the weight on our heels. Wiggle the hips side to side. Nice job. Good. All right, so we've done our mopping. Now I think what we need to do is a little bit more leg work. So we're gonna keep those weights on our legs again, and we're gonna go back up the stairs. So we're lifting those knees up nice and high with the weights on them. Keeping the back straight, the abdomen is pulled in. You wanna think about the belly button going toward the spine. Strengthening those legs. Now we're gonna bring those legs out to the side, and we're gonna feel that in our abductor and adductor muscles, which are really in our hips and in the inner thighs. Really working those, strengthening those as well. Keeping the tummy tight. Okay, so we've done our exercise. Now we're gonna pretend that we're doing some hammering. So we're keeping the elbow close to the rib cage, and we're hammering in those nail pops that have happened over the winter. Up and down, keeping that elbow close to the rib cage, side to side. Let's do the other arm. So elbow is close to the rib cage. This is just a forearm movement. We're not using the bicep at all. That elbow is right into my body, you can see. Good work. All right, now we're gonna hammer on the wall. So again, keeping that bicep very still. The elbow is what is working, and the forearm. Hammering that, well, the can into the wall. Good job. Let's do the other side. Hammer away, but we're not using the whole arm. We're keeping that elbow still, even as we bring that arm forward. Great job. Now we're going to do some painting. So 1 foot behind us, and we're lifting and lowering that arm, keeping the elbow bent slightly, keeping the tummy tight. Now you can see here I'm swaying, and actually I'd like you to really try and not do that. I'd like you to just try and lift that arm up and down. I'm switching my feet, and you're lifting that arm, keeping the elbow bent slightly, pretending that you're painting that wall. Good work. And now we're going to paint side to side. So again, the leg is behind us and the arm is going side to side. Now you don't need to do it as fast as I'm doing it here, but you do want to feel that stretch in the chest and in the front shoulder. Let's go to the other arm now, keeping the elbow bent. This is really working those front shoulder muscles, keeping the tummy tight to protect that lower back. Great work. Wow, that was a great exercise. We're going to grab our chairs for the next one. Okay, so now we're seated and we're going to do some abdominal work. So we're bringing that hand to the knee, lifting and lowering. You'll notice my back is not on the chair. My back is straight and my weight is on my tailbone or on my hand that's on the chair. If you can, try and touch the outer ankle. But if that's too far to go, then you can just bring the hand to the knee. Good work. Keep the tummy tight. Bring that hand to the outer ankle or to the knee, whichever works for you best. And you're really going to feel this in your abdominal muscles. Great job. Now we're going to bring our hand and alternate the legs. Okay, so our hands are together. Now, if it's too much for you to bring your arms all the way over your head, by all means, just bring them to shoulder height. That's just fine. And try and bring them as close to your legs as you can. And again, at your pace. You certainly don't have to keep up with me here. Nice job, keeping the back straight. Now we're going to do some pot stirrers. So you really want to keep that back straight as you reach as far as you can. Really big pot that we're stirring our soup in. Our nice spring pea soup. Good work. So we'll try and do about 10 in one direction, and then we'll do 10 in the other direction. There we go. And again, we use different muscles when we go in different directions. And really try and reach, keep the tummy tight and that back straight. You notice I'm not arching my back at all. Good work. Now we're lifting our arms up and keeping the back straight. We're going right through the legs. So try not to arch the back as you go down. My legs are split apart a little bit so I can get my arms through them. And it's kind of like a sit-up except we're on a chair. Keep the tummy tight and the back straight. And if it's too much to bring those arms over your head, just bring them up to shoulder height. Great job. Now we're going to extend the legs and bring both knees up. And if that's too much for you, by all means, you can do alternating legs. Like you can see here. Now again, my back is not touching the back of the chair. You can't see this, but I am on my tailbone. Okay, and I'm just bringing those knees in. Now if you feel like you can do both knees at the same time, by all means, go right ahead. This is really going to work your abdomen muscles. Okay, and do what you can do. Don't feel like you have to push through, but do try and do about 10. Great job. Again, the arms are up and we're doing little circles over the head, just little circles around the head. Keeping the tummy tight, really stretch it up. And let's go the other direction. Great job. Excellent work. You really worked hard on that one. Okay, so let's start our cool down. Bring the knee in toward the chest and then extend the leg. Point and flex your foot, rotate it in one direction and then the other. Really give that lower leg a little love. Stretching it all out. Bring the foot over the bent leg foot if you have hip issues. Otherwise, if you can bring your foot over your knee and lean forward with a straight back, you'll feel the stretch in your hip and in your inner thigh. Great. Extend the leg and just reach down toward the inside of your calf. If that's too far to reach, just reach the inside of your knee, whatever works for you. Great job. Let's bring the other leg up toward our chest. And then extend that leg, point and flex that foot. Rotate it in one direction and then the other, feeling the nice stretch. Bring that foot over the other foot and press down on the knee. Or if you can, bring that foot up on the bent leg and lean forward with a straight back, feeling the stretch in your hip and in your inner thigh. Nice work. Now we'll extend that leg again and reach down to the inner calf, just so you feel the stretch in your lower back. Great. Come on up to seated. We're going to lean forward. Now if you have osteo or bone loss, you're just leaning forward and reaching as far down as you can, whether it's pulling up on your toes or just to your ankles, whatever you can reach. But if you can, arch your back and just let your chest relax into your lap and feel the lower back stretch. Keep your shoulders relaxed and roll yourself up, feeling every vertebrae. Roll your shoulders back. We're going to bring our arms forward, and here you can arch your back slightly to feel the stretch between the shoulder blades. Then we're going to bring one arm over, grabbing it at the wrist, and feel the stretch in our back shoulder and in our bicep. Bring the arm over and pull on the elbow to feel the tricep stretch. Let's do the other side now, pulling the arm at the wrist and feel the stretch in your back shoulder and in the bicep, and then pulling the arm over the head to stretch out the tricep. Great. Now we're going to bring our head over, one ear over to the shoulder. Keep your arms behind your back so you feel that stretch. Roll your head over to the other shoulder. And then roll it back again. Bring your head up. We're going to go over to one side of our chair. Now please do make sure you feel safe. We're going to extend one leg and try and rest the top of your foot on the floor so you feel the stretch in the hip flexor, which is where your leg attaches to your pelvis. Bring the foot up toward your bottom, but if that's not good for your knee, then just pull on your pant leg. Just do what you can do. This is a upper leg stretch, so don't overextend if it's painful. Let's do the other side. So we're going to go over to one side of our chair, extend that leg behind us with the top of the foot on the floor, feeling the stretch in the hip flexor. And then we're going to bring that foot up toward the bottom again if you can, but if that's too difficult, you just bring that foot up as high as you can so you feel the stretch in that quad muscle, which is the muscle surrounding the knee and up into the upper thigh. Great. Now we're going to have our legs spread wide and leaning forward, the hands going down the leg, so you feel the stretch in the inner thighs. Now you keep your back straight. You notice my head is up. Well, it's mostly up, but my back is very straight. Good. Let's take a deep breath in and exhale. Inhale. Exhale. One more time. Inhale and exhale. Great job. This was a tough workout today. Thanks for joining me. We'll see you next time.